In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace your door check. Sits right in between the door and the A-pillar on this Toyota Corolla. Let's get started. To get this job done, we actually have to remove the door panel. And I like to start at the inner door handle and remove that little cap that covers up a mounting screw. Use either a pick or a pocket screwdriver, anything that'll get in here, and pry it open. You'll see there's a Phillips head screw behind it, so grab your Phillips head screwdriver and remove the screw. There it is. At the top of the door, you'll see the sail panel, which is this triangulated piece that covers up not only the tweeter speaker, but also the bolts for the mirror. With a plastic trim tool, I'm going to pop this off. I don't want to use anything metal that'll scratch or damage the paint. There we go. Pop this out of here. Next, we have to lift up the master window switch. Take a trim tool and pop it up like this. It's just secured in with these clips here, and then it has to slide forward because of this hook at the back. And if you flip it over, you'll notice the main electrical connector. There's just one, and to disconnect it, you actually have to pinch both ends like this and pull it straight out. There we go. Sometimes it's a little tough, but with enough force, it'll come out. Doing that will allow us to pull the armrest / grab handle up. It's also just held in with some clips, and it looks like someone's been in here before because this is broken, but that's okay. Get this out of here, set it aside, get your Phillips head screwdriver, and remove these two main anchor screws for the door panel. With all of this removed, you can grab the door panel at the bottom. If you can stick your fingers underneath it, go ahead. I can't. It is pretty tight, so I'm going to use a trim tool. Try to pry it open like that. It's going to be loud, but these clips are pretty tough, especially if this is the first time that this has been off. Lift the door panel up and off of the windowsill here, and there you have it. Set it aside, door panel removed. And now with the door panel off, to replace this door check, you have 3 10mm fasteners. 1, 2, and 3, and that's it. So let's peel off this vapor barrier just a little bit for this opening to be here so that we can actually take the door check out, because it'll come out through inside the door. So with this peeled back just a little, remove this 10mm bolt that holds it onto the A-pillar. Keep in mind, the door will swing open a little bit more past the stop of the door check once you remove that bolt, and also these are pretty tight because they always have thread locker on them. Now take out the 2 bolts that bolt the door check onto the door. These will not be as tight. They don't have anything on the threads, so once you break them free, you should just be able to remove them. With that one removed, hold the door check so it doesn't fall down, and remove the second one. There we go. Slide the door check into the door, and out it comes. There's your old one. Take your new one, slide it in through the hole that the old one came out of, and now we just have to line up the bolt holes. There we go. There's one. Get it close so that it can be held in place, and then start on the second one. I'm going to have to move it around a little bit to find the threads on that second one. There we go. This does not have any sort of adjustment, so we can tighten it up fully before we bolt it onto the A-pillar. Nice and snug. And now, close the door a little bit, make sure that these threads line up here, start the bolt on, and we'll tighten it up. Nice and snug. Perfect. That's it. Now, put the vapor barrier back, and let's get the door panel on. Take your door panel, line it up with the top here, hook it over the windowsill. And once that lines up, tap it down into place. Make sure your wiring for the master switch comes through. Now go around the door panel and tap all the push clips into place. Let's put the 2 main anchor bolts in. Start them in. These also screw into plastic, so don't over tighten them. Once they bottom out and get snug, just leave it like that. This piece is kind of broken here for me, so I'm going to be careful, but tighten it up. Okay, again, make sure the wire goes through, and then we can put this in it has a few clips that slide in and lock this in. I'm going to lift this one up and lock it in here because it's broken, and if I just push it down, it's not going to lock in, it's just going to push that down. The rest of it will fall into place like it should. Tap it down, reconnect your window switch, and once you press it in, it'll automatically push the collar in. And then you can press it all the way to lock it. This switch has this hook on the backside, so slide that in first and then line it up at the front. Tap it down. Now let's put the screw in for the door handle. Tighten it up and close this little door to hide the screw. One last thing is the sail panel over here. That is basically the grill for your tweeter and the cover for these mirror bolts. There's a hook on the bottom of it. You're going to want to hook it over the door panel, and then it's got this push clip that clips into this hole. And there you have it.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.